Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So, sorry, I'm dressed up like a cookie. We are gonna go to some Halloween festivities in the city. I think the one that we're gonna go to today is the one in Mission Bay by Spark Social. And my family is going to be Sesame Street. My daughter loves Elmo. Yes, I am the parent that gave her some screen time. I know that's like a so big no-no, but I sometimes want to eat in peace, and that's what I have to do to stay sane. And then my husband will be Cookie Monster. I'm going to be the cookie, as you can tell. I have some cookies in my hair. I just love Halloween, but this is not what the video is about. Okay, so this video is about my preschool tour that I took today. This one is called the Little School Preschool. And I think this one is in Lower Pack Heights or Pack Heights. It's semi near Japantown. But anyways, I loved the school. I really liked it. The atmosphere is like very clean. It looks like more of a modern created preschool. It's not old school. The space looks very spacious. They have an outdoor playground. They have sand. They have a sand area. And now that I'm on this preschool tour and like getting more time for it to like marinate in my head, my daughter will be 2 in January and then 2.5 after summer. So my thought process is I don't want to put too much pressure on her to go every single day. So I'm going to narrow down my preschool search to uh, I'm going to narrow down my preschool search to a school that's going to be flexible with me, having part-time. So I envision her going like maybe twice a week and just like the morning time so she can come home and nap and then do it and then I take care of her or we have her nanny take care of her. And the only reason why I'm looking for schools in that way is because I read, correct me if I'm wrong, write a comment in my video, but I heard that for psychology, the kids are not really ready to go off on their own until 3 years old, and to form a secure attachment style, you should be with your kid until 3. And so that's just something that I wanted to honor. And knowing me in relationships, back in the day, I was not the best person to choose partners, and I had an anxious, secure attachment style. And that just really was a detriment to a lot of my relationships. So I want to make sure that she has a good foundation on like secure attachment style so she can pick the right person or friends to be with from a stable, content, strong place instead of a desperate place. So I wanted to honor that. So I wanted to find a preschool that will be part-time. And like I said in my other video, my other fear was the drop off and it being just like a emotional issue and just like everyone's just a wreck. And what I loved about Little School was that when they have your child, they honor you as a whole family. So, meaning like, I think I talked to one of the moms who was on the panel. She described her daughter as being her shadow, which is like mine is similar to that. And when they did drop off, they worked with her and her mom. And some schools have a strict drop off policy where like once you drop off, you gotta go. But this school actually allowed her to stay with her daughter a couple times, and just so she can get used to it. And that's something that I want that flexibility. I want to like be a safe spot for my daughter, but also have her feel so secure at her new school that she just is able to focus on the lessons and things that she can play with instead of like missing me. And so I want to do the best way I can to ease that onto her instead of just doing like one dropping her off and then if she cries whatever I just leave anyway because I don't know, I'm just like a really sensitive mom, I guess. But yeah, so I really like the school for that reason. The other reason is they do a plethora of reporting and telling you what's going on. So they have an app that they have and they tell you, hey, like they take a daily picture, they say like, what she was doing today, what the lesson plan was, and then they also have like office hours where you come talk to the teacher if you feel like your daughter's struggling with something. And the other thing that I like, they do like a report. It's like a 5 pager. And based on what the parents said, is like they don't just write some random stuff. They don't say like, oh yeah, she loves jumping and like, you know, I don't know, but they're like very descriptive. And that just means that they really pay attention to your kid for them to write that type of detailed of a report. The only thing that my husband kind of like called out or that he observed is he always looks at the tenure of this of the teachers and the tenure of like the people that are been around. And what we found out was like the director, she has only been there since May 2020 during COVID. So we were wondering like what's the story behind that? Like did the other teacher like pass away or something because of COVID or like the other director? Or like, yeah, because it's just an odd time. It's like a terrible, like, it was like COVID. It was like the first pandemic. And so it was a very chaotic time to get hired. So we wondered about that. And, if you look on the Yelp reviews on the little school, it said like it's only made for like the wealthy and stuff like that. I think only one dude said that on Yelp. But in the parent orientation, they were really stressing that they have like a flexible tuition and that they're always about inclusion. So here's another thing that I wanted to mention is that one of the top priorities is diversity, right? So I'm Vietnamese, my husband's Chinese, so my daughter's full Asian, but she's half of the different Asian cultures or whatever. So I wanted to make sure that she went to a school that honored that, and they stress it. And looking out into the parents that came, I saw that there were a diversity of parents that came in, and then also on the parent panel. Like it wasn't just all one race or one type of mom. It was like a lot of different types of moms. And I vibed with one mom because not like we're best friends, but I just understood and felt her concerns because they're similar to mine. So I felt like, okay, yeah, if her child was happy here and she was happy with her child being here, just like reflecting myself, I see myself in her, I think I would be happy with with my daughter being there. So that was another thing that kind of like persuaded me. So yeah, I really like that school right now. It's my number one. And I know I did a video about Presidio Knowles and just having a day to reflect on Presidio Knowles. I think it's so awesome that it's a Chinese immersion school. But the other fear that I have about it is like, is she going to be so immersed in the Chinese culture that, America obviously is not all Chinese, right? Where when she comes out of the school, would she still know how to interact with people that are not Chinese speakers or do not look like her? So I do want the diversity in the opposite end too, right? So I don't want her to go to a school where it's all Asian kids and like they're all speaking Chinese and then like it doesn't reflect real reality. So, and then I also thought about, okay, I'm Vietnamese, I don't know a lick of Chinese, and then my husband's working. So if she joined Presidio Knowles, am I going to be able to help her with homework? And if it's especially if it's Chinese homework. And yeah, and I felt like the type of mom that went to Presidio Knowles kind of fits me. They're like the new hip, this is the way I see myself, the new like hip Asian mom. But I also saw a lot of like moms who are like more of like they're like that rich Chinese mom, like mom who has like family in China, which I don't relate to because I don't have any family in China. But yeah, so that was like the kind of like vibe I got. And I saw like there's a sprinkle here and there of like white kids, and I didn't see any other race but like white kids and majority Asian. So that's like with the Presidio Knowles, like thinking back, okay, what did I experience? Because sometimes first you go there and you're like, oh, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. And then after you just kind of think back and then all these other stuff, all these other things come up. And I think with the Presidio, the only negative that I also saw was that they're not very flexible with the parents. They expect the child to be full time from P1, and P1 is 2 years old. So that's just, I want to be able to have an escape just in case like it doesn't work out and she like hates it. At least she's only going two days a week, if they had that flexibility instead of like doing 5 days a week and she's just hating it. And I think, being at school from 9 a.m. and all the way till 3:30 or even extended aftercare hours is a bit too long for her age, for right now. So, yeah, that's my thoughts about the little school. I think we have two more preschools left to tour. One is the French American school. I think now it's called the International School. That one I'm excited about because it starts from like toddler or like preschool all the way up into eighth. And then the other one I'm also really excited about is 150 Parker, I think it's called, Avenue School. It has such a cute play yard, and I want something to where she has like outdoor time and she's not cooped up in one room. And then, oh, I will update you guys. So I met a parent who had their child in the Montessori um, house of children, and she meta updated me and she told me that there is a bus that takes them out to the Presidio to play outside. I know the prior video I was thinking like they just stay in that one room the whole day, but they actually get to go outside via a bus to the Presidio, which is great. So I think right now my rankings would be one little school, two Montessori House of Children, three, maybe the Russian Hill School, and then four Calvary. Yeah, so I'll let you know. I think some of the due dates are December, so I'm probably going to start the application soon, and get that rolling. But one thing I will say that's kind of funny is these preschool applications, I honestly feel like they're like college applications. Presidio Knowles asked you to make a video. I'm like, what are these people putting in the video? Like, what are they putting in the video? So, anyways, okay, I'll catch you guys later.